Joining us on RunTheTriangle.com is a legend who needs no introduction, Mr. Kurtis Blow. Thank you for joining us on RunTheTriangle.com, Mr. Kurtis Blow.
All right. Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
I'm going to say a name, and if you can please share an anecdote about that person. Irvin Magic Johnson.
Magic, incredible cat. I remember meeting Magic Johnson in the Forum Clubhouse. It was him and Kareem, and he was like a rookie, just winning this championship. But I was a big Dr. J fan. But it was just incredible to see his eyes, and we met eyes, and he recognized who I was, and came up to me and said, "Man, it's an honor to meet you." And I was like, wow, this guy is bad. He's a superstar, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that was a big time in my life where I felt like, I really was accepted into the upper echelon of the entertainment industry. It was an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert, and we were just backstage, I remember Kareem was there, Coach was there, Pat Riley. It was just an awesome. A couple of the Jacksons were there. Jackie Jackson, I remember talking to him that night. And, of course, his sister LaToya was there as well. A lot of people like Carly Simon, on and on, just a lot of people. It was a great concert.
Michael Jordan.
Wow. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and I, we actually have a relationship. Really. I recorded him a song, an incredible song. The lyricist, I had a lyricist come in and write the song. They killed him. He was from Harlem. He was a up-and-coming budding writer. Incredible lyricist. Introduced to me by Lovebug Starsky. I wrote a song for Michael Jordan. I became friends with him and Charles Oakley back when they were in Chicago before they were winning the championship. We were just cool because of the basketball song. And I talked to Mike. He understood. We just talked about him a little bit because he was a rookie just coming in the league, you know what I mean? And that was 1984. And he was in that draft. That was an incredible draft. And so that was 1984 when the song came out. So Mike and I had hit it off, and I started hanging out with them a little something. So I made him a song, and then I was close to them. Well, actually, when they traded Charles Oakley to New York, Oakley called me. Charles Oakley called me. He said, "Yo, Kurt, they traded me to New York." I was like, "Oh, man." He said, "Give me some numbers." I gave him all our people's numbers and everything, like Mr. Magic, who was a radio DJ, and Frankie Crocker, and all the New York people that I had contacts that were okay, right? And so Oakley became a legend in New York. They loved Charles Oakley in New York. I had moved to L.A., and I just started seeing Kareem and Magic and James Worthy, oh my God, Byron Scott, A.C. Green. It was an incredible situation over there in L.A. that I moved into when I moved to L.A. in 1985. So, that was it. I became a Lakers fan hardcore. James Worthy, what? Are you kidding me? So, when I started hanging out with Mike, he wasn't winning championships. So the year before that, Mike was getting to the playoffs and going into the playoffs and getting knocked out the first, second round and stuff like that. And his game is all about Mike, right?
Right.
So that whole mentality wasn't traditional basketball per se. It was street ball, and it never got the respect, even with Dr. J and people like that. The takeover type guy never really got to get the championship rings other than, let's say, Bill Russell, right?
Right.
But it's always been team. That's traditional basketball. It's team basketball. Like the Lakers were playing. They had a team basketball, and they were winning championships. So I walked into that. When I was hanging out with Mike, I think one year, the press came, the people got around, I was hanging out at one of the games, so they just came up to me and wanted to ask me, "So, we heard you been hanging out with Mike." "Yes, he's a good guy, man. He's an incredible basketball player, smart man." And they had just asked me, "So what do you think about him playing the Lakers?" I said, "I don't know if he's ever going to get to a championship and play the Lakers, and I don't even know if that's going to happen. He's got to get there first. Like the Lakers are top of the line." So the AP News had got a hold of that and put that on the wire. And that was the end of our relationship for a couple of years. He didn't speak to me for about 5 years. He went on and won. The next year, he played the Lakers. Take that.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Got his first ring. This guy sponsored my tours. I was in with Nike. You know what I'm saying? I was part, like, boom. But the press got a hold because I was a Lakers fan just talking, you know, having fun.
Oh, yeah.
They got a hold of it, and no, you shouldn't have said that, Kurt. I mean,
Mike is driven.
bad.
Mike is driven. And that's why he kept Charles Oakley around. You know, that was his boy, that was his enforcer.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We were all hanging out, and it blew up after that. But I always wondered, I was like calling him. He was walking one day. I was like, yo, Mike. He didn't even turn around. He knew it was me. He kept walking. I was like, oh, wow. Mike is hurt. He read that.
Wow.
And it's so funny how just one little thing could just like ruin a relationship. And from that point on, that was a change in myself. Like, I mean, I started really to think about what I would say in the press. Whatever happens, I have to keep it all good between everybody. Whoever I comment on, it's always got to be all good. Because you don't want to run into problems just trying to run your mouth. I stopped having allegiance to one team. You hear me? New York Knicks. I love the New York Knicks. I started when after Shaq, when Kobe came up, and I was a Lakers fan. Boom, big time. But then they got rid of Shaq. I was like hurt, broken hearted. So I became a Miami fan. Shaq went to Miami and won a ring. I was there. Came, you know, in it. Dwayne Wade, became a fan of Dwayne Wade. So I started to love the game more than just one team or one player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to love everybody, man. They ruined that thing for me, man.
Right.
I was just making a joke.